Josh said here, Foolhardy Photography. The last attempt at recording this video fucked up because the sound fucked up and it didn't record. I apologize, but you didn't even know that happened. Anyways. Today I want to do a camera comparison. It's a strange camera comparison, maybe not. It's a Canon 6D, the Canon 90D. All right, if you want an exact specs comparison, go to cameradecision.com online. I'll put a link down in the description. It gives you just a complete overview, direct comparison so you can visualize it and see it for yourself. I'm not going to go ahead and start blabbing that. This is a full frame camera. This is a crop sensor camera. So why compare these two? Well, this one came out in 2012 and this one came out in 2019, and really it's why would you want this one or why would you want this one? Well, it kind of goes to that age-old sort of debate, full frame versus crop sensor, big frame versus little frame, you know? Yes, big frames perform better in low light situations. Big things perform better in low light situations. Ladies know this. However, the Canon 90D, despite its little sensor, performs quite well. You can flip out, do selfies with, it has touch screen, has all these cool things that you can do with it. It's got like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, you can use it as a webcam. This cannot do that. However, the larger sensor pulls in more light. That means in low light situations, you have a little bit more push. You can get better quality, a higher ISO. And personally, this is my favorite go-to camera for portraits, for landscapes, cityscapes. Pretty much anytime I go out and shoot a person, I will take this camera with me. This is my dedicated video camera, and I bought this because, well, I used to have the 70D, but it died. Yes. So then I bought the Canon M50, and then this came out. So I bought this, sold the M50, and I've been happy with this. It has auto tracking, can track my face. So if I want to do vlog type things, I can move into the camera, and it follows the focus, and I can move out, follows the focus in 4K. Basically, it does 4K using the full frame of its sensor. Even though it is a crop sensor, it still does 4K, the full frame. It does 1080p in slow motion. I love slow motion. It's nice, and it flows. Yeah. Now, that's the question. What do you need a camera for? I bought this primarily as a video camera, a YouTube video camera. Right now I'm filming on a phone. It's not even my phone, it's my friend's phone, because I'm using my other phone as a microphone, right? So there's that right now. This one I actually bought new in 2016 and it's still going. I've dropped it. It's fallen off the tripod, smashed, the lens is flown off. I've thrown it in snow, I put it in puddles, still going, still takes good shots. If you're gonna pick these up, I'd say, you know, the 90D, pick it up new, buy it at the store, you get a warranty, whatever. Nice camera. If you're into video making, if you're into YouTube videos, it's an all-rounder. It does take good landscape photos. You can take great portraits with it as well. Again, this just has a bit of an advantage. The 60 has a bit of an advantage when it comes to low light. Better depth of field, better field of view in the sense that it has a larger sensor. Whatever reason you would want to buy a camera, think about the 60 if you're not like sure about forking out a lot of money on a full frame camera, look for a used one. So if you're gonna buy a used 60, make sure it hasn't been super overly used. Make sure the shutter count is fairly low. I'd say around 50,000 would be like pushing it if you're gonna buy a used one. But I've seen a lot of these things online for like 500 bucks and some for under 500 bucks. And if you can get one with a lens for around 500 bucks, do it, right? Good camera. The 90D, however, brand new, has a flash, has a bunch of things. If you're going to shoot sports, you could use it for shooting sports as a faster. How many frames per second? I don't even know. Let me think. I've got it written down here somewhere. 11 frames per second. So it shoots 11 frames in a second. It can go. Yeah, and of course the 60 only shoots 4.5 frames per second. That doesn't necessarily make it the greatest for shooting sports or wildlife. This is good for wildlife, sports, just movement in general in good light. I would suggest this if you like video. I suggest this if you're just into portraits and landscapes and things like that, you know. But realistically, buy this new, buy this used if you get a chance. This is my favorite camera, the 60, even though I'm gonna keep playing with it until it's dead. I've been saving money. Maybe I'll buy the R5, but that thing's pricey, man. And if you are gonna buy these cameras, I suggest going, you know, to somewhere local, you know, media store, local camera store or something, and buy it there. You don't need to buy it off Amazon, because we all know how much Jeff Bezos needs more money. I mean, that guy, he needs money so bad. You know, I wish I had his bank account number so I could just give him money every month, you know, because he needs it. Just that guy. Poor bastard, eh? Beer break. Oh, it's empty. This one has beer in it. Nice. And just to be clear, I want to do a little bit more and give you a little bit more to take in. I did a comparison from the ISO value from both the Canon 90D and the Canon 60, so you can see how they look when the ISO is bumped up side by side. So you can take a nice look from that. Yeah, but realistically, I love this camera for video, and I love this camera for stills. Yeah, it's new, little older. However, if you're just getting into the camera game, you're trying to upgrade from a smaller, you know, maybe you're just moving up from a cell phone, and you want to like do landscapes, you want to do portraits, I go with this. If you're moving up and you want to do video, you want to do vlogging, you want to be a YouTuber, that's your buddy right here. There is a price difference naturally. It's this much. This one here, new. I find it used for this much. This is new. You're not going to find these too easily used, but they both have different purposes, and that's sort of why I am comparing them, is that they both serve a completely different purpose in a way. You know, this will still take good stills. This will still take good landscape shots, good portraits. This can still do video, but it doesn't do 4K, it does 1080p, can do slow motion at 720p. However, primarily video, primarily stills, and this holds up to this day. It's 8 years old, it's 1 year old. This is a YouTuber's friend, you know, this one right here, and I would suggest that. Anyways, I hope you got something from this video, and if you did, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Much appreciated, and I hope I helped you out.